Hey guys, all right, welcome back. This is part 2 of my holiday flying video, and let's just get right back into it. So where I left off, I was talking about how I was in Columbia, Missouri, which we always have delays. There's always something going on there. So we're supposed to leave at 8 a.m. We got delayed till 12. And then we finally left at around 12:30 because we were waiting on the plane. It was just a whole hot mess. During this time, it's the winter time, it's a lot of flying. So not only is it the weather, but these airplanes are getting used a lot. So there's gonna be mechanical issues or maintenance that is gonna be needed. So therefore, I do recommend that if you are a flight attendant on reserve to just continuously check your schedule. Start checking it like it's social media because there are going to be continuous updates. Now, because I got up, I woke up at 7, preparing myself to get ready for our 8:30 van time. When I got up and seen that we were delayed until 12, I went back to bed. However, the rest of my crew, when I met them at 12, they said they all got up, got dressed, and came down at 8 to find out that the trip was delayed until 12. So basically they were up since 8 because they couldn't fall back to sleep. And I was like, dang, that sucks, because I was in the bed and I was well rested. So yeah, check the schedule before you get dressed and go downstairs because it may be delayed. Anyways, we had 4 legs that day. This is on the 19th. And it was to Chicago. What do we have? Chicago, GRB. I don't even know where that is. Oh, Green Bay back to Chicago, and then to Madison. So it was 4 flights, but actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was 4 flights, but they were all about 40 minutes each, 30 to 40 minutes each. No service. I'm never complaining. We don't have to do service. Great. So it's quick flights, and we didn't have any sits. At first we were gonna have like an hour sit in between each one, but because we were 4 hours late from the first leg, that made all of our like sits non-existent. So it was pretty much like turn and burns, which I personally think that was better than to have an actual sit in the airport and then do another 30 minutes. I'd rather just go through the motions than call it a day. So we ended up in Madison. We were at Hotel Indigo, that was a cute hotel. So I will insert that hotel as well for you guys. Starting off with the restroom, super cute. However, not the best lighting, but can't complain because it's not on my dime. Moving on to the main area, very nice and cozy. It did come with a nice vintage refrigerator that came with a cold storage, which is great for refreezing my ice packs. Then there was a coffee Keurig, which is also awesome, and a microwave, so bomb. Then my favorite part, giving us Sleeping Beauty locked away vibes. Small little window with no view. Okay, very jail cell. But yeah, this is the room. Can't complain. Super cute. That was the hotel room. It was really cute. I really enjoyed it. I believe that hotel had Showtime and HBO. So that was nice. Moving on. After that, we had 2 legs on that Monday. What am I reading? I believe we were delayed waiting on some mechanical issues that day. And then the last trip was on Tuesday and we had 3 legs. I believe we were a little bit delayed on the last leg because there was a lot of traffic, like air traffic going on. So we were just like circling in the air for a little bit. So yeah. But that was the 4-day trip, right? So then I get home and moving on to the next day. So I had a 6-day bucket, 4-day, then a 2-day. On the 2-day trip, I was like, okay, it's a 2-day, like, girl, you can do this. It was report at 9, go to, from Dallas to Aspen, and then Aspen to Austin, Texas. Spend the night, which Austin, Texas was a pretty decent hotel. I didn't record it because it wasn't that nice now, but it was nice enough. Like, I was like, okay, this is cute. Breakfast was super subpar though. Like, no, bring your food. But anyways, so it was spend the night in Austin, and then the next day it was Austin to Aspen, Aspen back to Dallas, and I was gonna be done with the trip by 3 o'clock. So I was like, okay, that's a quick, easy 2-day. I can do this. Like, I like doing 3 days in 2 days. Like 1, 2, and 3, that's it. Once we hit 4 days, it's too much. It's a long day, it's draining. No, I'm over it. Day 4, I'm just like, don't talk to me. I just want to go home. So 2 days are best. 3 days is like, okay, we're done. 4 days, I don't want to be here. So on the 2-day, I'm supposed to be done at 3. So with this trip, I've flown to Aspen a few times already, and personally, I like flying there. I don't have any issues. I feel like the passengers are nice. I've never encountered any rude passengers. However, all the other flight attendants, they're always like, I hate flying Aspen. Those passengers are so rude, yada, yada, yada. But I'm like, I haven't experienced that. So, and I feel like it's also your energy, the vibe that you're giving off. Like, if you already have the mindset that, oh, these passengers are rude, then you're going to be coming off rude. So I just feel like just have an open mind. Like, they're just trying to make it to their destination. You're doing your job. Like, it, you know? So if you fly Aspen, I'm here to tell you that I haven't had any issues. So going to Aspen, it was scheduled to be like a 2-hour and like 20-minute flight, okay? It turned into a 3-hour and 55-minute flight, okay? That's a big jump. Being on a plane that long, 4 hours basically. And it was because like the weather wasn't looking good. And on top of that, Aspen is like a big travel destination, especially during this time of the year. So it's already a very small airport, and there were a lot of private jets flying in. Essentially, there was no room to land. There was no place to land because there's like other airlines on top of private jets landing in. I'm talking about celebrities coming in. Mariah Carey came down, and a couple other celebrities came down to Aspen the same time that I was like en route for work flying down there. And of course, they're not like us regular people. They're flying in on their private jet, taking 20 hours to deplane. So, and you know, everyone's giving them the best care and attention, and they have us scrubs sitting here, you know, just flying in the air, going in circles. Like, sitting in the air an hour, 2 hours over the time is a lot. It's equivalent to saying that there's traffic, like you're driving a car and there's traffic, so you're just sitting in the car. But imagine you're just in the air, just going in circles for 2 hours, just circles. So that was a long flight. So then we finally landed, and then we took the last group of people. We did our last turn. We took them to Austin. And of course, I'm dealing with the climate change again. So that was about 40-degree weather. And then we're going to Austin, which is up in the 70 degrees. And that was another like 2.5-hour flight. So that was a long flight. Then the next day was go home day. But I was like, you know what? It'll be quick, easy. You know, we get home by 3. I had like dinner reservations for 7, right? So I was like, that's plenty of time for me to take a nap, regroup, do my makeup, look cute, like not rush, because I don't like rushing. Like when you rush, it's like, ugh, you start missing steps, you forget things, everything's not, it's just, no one like, I don't like rushing. And for me, I need ample time to get myself together. I'd rather arrive there 5 minutes early than to be like rushing and be like 10 minutes late and just like, ugh, I hate rushing and I hate when people are waiting on me, right? Anyways, so report time was 9 a.m. We're supposed to be done by 3. We get to Austin. First, our plane wasn't there. Our plane finally arrived, so probably about 30 minutes late at this point. But I'm like, you know what? I have a long time until reservations. Like, I'm not even worried. Plane finally gets there. Apparently, during this time of the year, it's so many factors, you guys, but pretty much catering was just, MIA, really dropped the ball. I believe that catering is understaffed because whenever I work, I always see the same guy coming to cater. And I'm like, I've been working a lot and I always see you, like, I feel like it's one man working. Basically, we weren't catered. There weren't enough drinks for 2 flights, probably enough for 1 flight. And we only probably had a total of maybe like 40 snacks. And we're supposed to have like 120 passengers. So at this point, we just had to improvise. So for me, I was the aft flight attendant. So I just made an announcement. We made an announcement before we boarded that we recommend that you guys, the passengers, go and get food and get snacks because we are very limited. However, we do have water. Like, we're always gonna have water, but we didn't have like the snacks. We did not have the cookies, which I don't know what it is, but everybody is like a fiend for those Biscoff cookies. And I'm just like, you know, you can buy them on Amazon, right? Kroger. Like, it's not just sold at the airport. It's not. And they're not even all that. Like, they're good, but they're not enough to where people are asking me for 3 packs. Like, okay, relax.
So anyways, we make the announcement, we let them know, hey, we highly encourage you
to go ahead and get snacks because we're limited. We finally board. Once we board, apparently the oxygen tank was not full of enough oxygen. So we had to get maintenance to come on board. That took an hour. An hour, okay? An hour. Then we finally left. We leave to go to Aspen. There was like a little bit of weather, so that made it like a 2.5 hour flight to a 3.5 hour flight on top of being late. And then we finally get there. Again, we're dealing with the whole like traffic of a whole bunch of planes being at the small airport. And on top of that, Aspen, their crew is understaffed because people are sick, people called out, people don't want to work, which is understandable. Like, it's holiday season. People want to be with their families. Even the people who work at airlines, like, they want to be with their families. So, or they don't have anyone to watch their kids or whatever it may be. So they were understaffed. We get to Aspen. Then we're in the air we were supposed to be in the air for 2 hours. No, for 1 hour and 30 minutes. We were in the air for 2 hours and 30 minutes, okay? So it was just a long, long day. We did not arrive to Dallas until about 5:15. Yeah, 5:15. That was when we got to Dallas. Y'all, I didn't get home until like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to rush and get ready for dinner. And I'm like, this is not what I was trying to do. I didn't even want to go anymore because I was like, I hate rushing, but I made it by the grace of God. But still, that was not fun. But this is why I also recommend don't even make plans, because You just never know. I had friends in Austin, and I'm glad I didn't tell them that I was going to be in Austin and make plans, because we didn't even arrive on time. We arrived like 2 hours later than we did. And it's like, not only when you arrive late, you still have to factor in the time to deplane, you know, get out of the airport, the shuttle ride to the hotel. So that's adding on another hour and a half. So it's hard to make plans with other people because you just never know what your schedule is gonna be like when you factor in delays and all these other things that happen. So that was, what day was that? Y'all, I think I exited out of it. I don't even remember what day that was. Oh, okay, so that was the 22nd and 23rd. The 24th, I was off. My voice was like going out, like in and out. And then Christmas came and I got called for Christmas. So that sucked. I got called for Christmas and it was a 4-day. I was just like, why couldn't you guys give me a 3-day? Like, I don't want to work a 4-day. It was crazy. Let me see. Yeah, I had to work a 4-day. So if you guys want to hear more about that 4-day, it was a lot. It was quite interesting. From all the trips that I had this month, it's been hectic. It's been delays. It's been so much going on, but one thing that I did want to tell you guys is that I finally discovered why there is a do not bid with list, because I actually have somebody that I do not want to bid with ever in life. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Like, no, this person was not somebody I would ever want to work with again. That's a story time for a live. Okay, this is something that I can share with you guys one time only. So get the likes up. We got to get those subscribers up, because once I can unlock these features and go live and tell you guys what happened, I will. But until then, we're going to have to keep this content very scripted and very, you know, low key. Until then, I can't really share that much tea with you guys, but I was just not happy at all. This person was not favorable to work with. Like, never again. Never ever again. Look, honestly, when it comes to like working with people, they're like, I don't really care per se, but if I had to list out like 5, maybe top 5 things that I really don't like, these are what it would be. Number 1, I don't like animated people. People who are like dramatic, animated, like, just like, it just seems like they're reading a script and they're just like, oh my God. Oh, I don't like those type of people. So that's number 1. Passive aggressive people. It's number 2. Number 3, unorganized, filthy, dirty, like unkept people. People who just like, whenever they're around or whenever they like, they just leave a mess everywhere. I don't like people who are just like, unkept, just, you know what I'm talking about? Unorganized. We're just gonna say unorganized people. That's gonna be number 3. Number 4 would have to be instigators. I do not like instigators. Messy people, don't like that. And number 5 would have to be people who are loud. Like, your voice is carrying you to the moon and back. I don't want to work with you. Out of those top 5, I can deal with you if you have one out of the 5. The person that is going to be on the do not bid list had more than one, okay? And at this point, if you have more than one, you're going to have to pick a struggle. You cannot have 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot, like, you literally cannot. You can't have more than one of these things. I don't want to work with you after that. So I was just like, you know what? It's not worth it. Like, you're definitely on the do not bid list. Now I know why they put our first name, last name, and the picture. Because, honey, I wrote it all down. I'm like, employee number, name, picture. We cannot work together ever again. Ever, ever, ever. Because no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She had one too many struggles for me, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But yeah, that's the story time for another day. You know, get me to the subscribers, y'all, so we can actually, you know, have this open dialogue to really talk about these things. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this content, and yeah, see you later.